third down. So that's why I say limit mistakes and finish.
Kansas State won the toss. They defer. West Virginia gonna get it to start things off. Back deep to receive, the true freshman, Wendell Smallwood. Coming into today, an average of 19.8 yards per return, a long of 38. And to kick it away will be Cantelli. And if you tuned in today to watch Oklahoma and Texas Tech from Norman, weather delays there. We're glad you're with us in Manhattan, Kansas. Smallwood, 4 yards deep, going to take a knee. And the Mountaineer offense going to begin their opening drive at the 25-yard line. And leading them out, Clint Trickett, making his 4th consecutive start, the transfer from Florida State.
Yes, played well at times, had some shaky moments as well. It's been a little bit of a revolving door to start the year for West Virginia. You know, it's 3 different quarterbacks that have played: Trickett, Millard, Ford Childress, who was a freshman. But Trickett is the guy going forward. I think they're happy with him, but still learning this West Virginia offense and all the checks that go along with the Dana Holgorsen offense.
It's tough enough when you got a new quarterback. He's got all new faces around him. That's Sims in motion. Trickett to throw on first down, incomplete. He was trying to get the true freshman Da'Keel Shorts, and Randall Evans there to knock it away from his cornerback position. Playing in the nickel spot today is Evans.
Yeah, Randall Evans, he's a key part of this defense. When they play base defense, he's the corner. When they come in with nickel, he's the nickel guy, as you see, like Adam said. But good in the run game and good in the pass game. He'll have a tough job today trying to be effective in both areas.
2nd and 10 for Trickett. They're going to run the ball with Sims. He dances in the hole, gets a few yards out to about the 28-yard line. Sims a great player because he can hit you on the ground and also through the air. Had a receiving touchdown last week in the home loss to Texas Tech.
When you're playing West Virginia right now, he is the guy you need to be worried about. I think all defenses game plan as far as knowing where he is. And like we said in the opening, you'll see him in a lot of different positions at receiver and at the traditional tailback spot.
3rd down and 7. West Virginia, 31% conversion rate on the year. Over the middle, incomplete. That was Ty Zimmerman, the safety, who broke it up over the middle. 3 and out for West Virginia. K-State defers after winning the toss, and it works out good. The defense came to play.
Yeah, Kansas State, they rush forward. Ty Zimmerman just does a good job of kind of playing inside leverage on Da'Keel Shorts. Ty Zimmerman's a very good player for this Kansas State defense. It does a good job breaking that pass up.
Tremaine Thompson, one of the best return man in the country. Back deep, this is a short punt from Nick O'Toole. It bounds down around the 40, goes out of bounds, in good field position for K-State to begin things here offensively this afternoon. 14:09 to play. A 3 and out for West Virginia, and the Wildcats get their first crack offensively, and it will be Jake Waters, the junior college transfer from Iowa Western Community College, led him to a national championship a year ago, and was the junior college offensive player of the year, that gets the nod at quarterback for head coach Bill Snyder. Thompson, the motion man. Hubert gets the carry on first down. Room over the left side, across midfield, inside the 40, and run out of bounds around the 35-yard line. K-State great at running the ball 2 weeks ago in that near miss against Baylor, and that's where they begin this afternoon.
K-State traditionally a good running team under Bill Snyder. If I look at one thing today that I worry about as far as this matchup, I do worry whether West Virginia can stand in there and stop this Kansas State running game.
Spot the ball just outside the 35-yard line. Some movement up front. Our first flag of the day, and it appeared the Mountaineers jumped too soon from the defensive side. Shaq Rowell, the big nose tackle, might have been the guilty party.
Good job by the center snapping the ball there.
Offside. Defense, number 90, moved into the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Dan Romeo, our referee, and it was Rowell jumping too soon, came across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good job by center number 66, B.J. Finney. He notices that Rowell goes off sides. He snaps the ball. They get the free 5 yards.
Finney came here as a walk-on, started every game since. 33rd consecutive start today. Waters on 1st and 5, running right side. Ball is loose, and it's going to be picked up by West Virginia. Ishmael Banks came over and dove on top of it. Our first turnover of the day, and that's the 7th fumble lost on the season by Kansas State.
Well, I'm going to talk about Carl Joseph there. You're going to see in a minute. He's one of my impact players for this West Virginia defense. Really good at the safety position. Comes up, makes the hit, and just strips it right out of Jake Waters' hands. It's kind of been a problem for this Kansas State team. Both quarterbacks have had their turnover issues, and it's cost them a few games this year.
West Virginia, after going 3 and out and getting a lackluster punt from Nick O'Toole, put K-State in great field position. Wildcats moving the ball, but the turnover gives it back to the Mountaineers, who will start here around their own 15-yard line. And they might look at this one. I was wondering in seeing the replay if Waters' knee may have been down. Don't think it was, but obviously you want to get it right, and now the official's going to come over and talk to Bill Snyder on the near sideline.
Yeah, like you said, Adam, I did think it was close as well, but at the end of the day, I did think it was a fumble. Thought the ball came out just before Jake Waters' right knee hit the ground.
See Waters on the sideline talking to Daniel Sams.
Timeout. Kansas State. First charge, time of the half.
K-State calling a timeout. We'll take it with them. Just underway in Manhattan, Kansas. 13-11 to play in the first quarter, and we are scoreless. No score early in Manhattan, Kansas. K-State playing host to West Virginia. And we welcome those who are watching on Fox today, anticipating to see Oklahoma and Texas Tech. We will get you out to Norman when the weather clears up as we look at our impact players when West Virginia has the ball.
For West Virginia, you see right there, number 11, wide receiver Kevin White. A big target. When they take shots down the field, they go to him. Does a good job of catching a lot of 50-50 balls. On defense, the 2 linebackers, number 53, Blake Slaughter, number 21, Jonathan Truman. They're going to be asked to play in space today and also be effective in the run game, but both are very good, very athletic, and good tacklers.
Now the Sims that went in motion, completion near side, close to the first down marker, is Ronald Carswell. Came into the afternoon with 17 grabs on the year, and he was tackled by Kip Daly, the cornerback that was injured a couple of weeks ago against Baylor. Good to see him back on the field today. It was good enough for a first down. In the backfield to the left of Trickett is Cody Clay. High snap. Sims gets it coming near side. Dances in the hole. Takes it to the 29-yard line. Picked up a couple before the safety, Dante Barnett, came up and made the stop.
West Virginia, they're going to have to stay patient with the run game today. The front 4 for Kansas State, they are very good against the run. Very stout. They hold their ground really well. Not really the greatest pass rushing group, but been very formidable in the run game all year long.
Pick up a 2 on first down, second down and 8. It's Sims again in motion. Trickett looking that way, batted ball at the line of scrimmage. Travis Britz got his hand up and knocked it down. Going to set up a 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, you'll see here, Trickett got good time in the pocket. Like I said, not the greatest pass rushing group, but a good job by 95 Travis Britz, just reading the quarterback's eyes, seeing when he's going to throw it and get some hands in the passing lane.
West Virginia 0 for 1 on 3rd downs. Missed out on their opening drive of the day. Empty set for Trickett. Pressure coming. He's going to run and get the first down as he slides out across the 35-yard line, and now they may mark it just a bit short. His momentum carried him past the line, but the spot is going to put him really close to the mark here.
Well, Adam, you got to remember, they spot the ball where you start the slide. So he started, at least it looked like to me, just a hair before the first down marker. And it looks like West Virginia is going to send out the punt team.
And that was great pursuit by Dante Barnett and others, because when that hole opened up, it looked like Trickett for sure was going to get the first down. And the pursuit of that Kansas State defense forces the second punt of the afternoon for Nick O'Toole. Kicks this one away from his own 25-yard line. No return on the first kick of the day, and there will be none here. Down to around the 30. Kansas State gets the ball for the second time this afternoon. We're scoreless in Manhattan, Kansas. 11:23 to play in the opening quarter. Sellout crowd on homecoming in Manhattan, Kansas.
Let's go Wildcats!
And the hometown Wildcats getting the ball back as we look at impact players when K-State's on offense.
Wide receiver number 16, Tyler Lockett, has had a hamstring injury the last few weeks. He's back. He is one of the most dangerous guys in space in college football. He'll have a chance to shake some of these DBs for West Virginia today. And then for West Virginia's defense, we've already seen safety number 8, Carl Joseph. He is all over the field as far as coverage and being in the box for the run game and making tackles. He had the big strip on Jake Waters a few minutes ago.
For those of you watching on Fox expecting to get Texas Tech and Oklahoma, we're glad you're with us. A weather delay in Norman will get you out to your game as soon as things clear up there. Kansas State with the ball for the second time today. John Hubert the carry. And the quarterback this time, Daniel Sams. First time we've had a chance to look at him today. A kid that's been on fire in recent weeks. 199 yards rushing a couple of weeks ago against Baylor.
Sams is very dangerous as a runner. They give him the ball and give him a lot of opportunities to carry it. He can throw the ball and keep the defense honest, but his bread and butter is his legs and making people miss in space.
Hubert gets the carry again, pushing across the 40-yard line and carrying tacklers to the 45. It's a first down. Time now for a Lowe's Never Stop Improving Game Break. Let's go to Patrick O'Neill in Los Angeles.
Thanks, guys, very much. Well, last year, North Carolina State beat Florida State, but this guy wasn't playing. Famous Jameis Winston hits Kelvin Benjamin, 39-yard touchdown. Well, the Wolfpack have been the thorn in the side of the Seminoles, but right now it's 21-0 FSU. Adam and Chris, back to you.
Still scoreless here, Patrick. 10-19 to play. Opening quarter. Sam's going to throw it on 1st and 10. Now he pulls it down and will run. Going left, hit and dropped for a loss on the play. Nick Kwiatkowski got him back around the 40-yard line. You know, when he piled up all those yards a couple of weeks ago against Baylor, Sam's never registered a negative run. The first of the afternoon coming early here.
Sam's here a little quick to run there, in my opinion. Had a good pocket as far as pass protection, but hey, he trusts his legs, so when he sees openings, sometimes he takes off just a hair too quick. But if I had one thing to say about him as far as going forward and being a better all-around quarterback, be patient in that pocket, go through your reads, and make the throws.
Wildcats still yet to attempt to pass. We'll see what they do here on 2nd down and 14. Play clock rolling down. It hits 0. I don't see a flag on the play. Not sure if they got the timeout.
Delay of game. Offense, number 4. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
The back judge had actually thrown the flag. And so you go from 2nd down and 10 to 2nd and 14 and now 2nd and 19. And here's a look at the numbers that Sam's put up a couple of weeks ago against Baylor. 2nd most rushing yards by a quarterback in school history, the 199. And he is 3rd in the Big 12 in rushing, 87 yards per game.
Well, that's what he is. He's a running back who can throw a little bit. That's essentially what he is right now for this Kansas State offense.
Going to run it here? No, he's going to pass on 2nd and 19. Got Sexton across the middle. He was wide open, out to midfield, and that will make it 3rd down and short. Carl Joseph, who forced the fumble a moment ago, able to make the tackle on Sexton.
One of the interesting things you just saw that this Kansas State offense does, it's a little bit of a run-pass option. So you see Daniel Sams run towards the line of scrimmage. He basically reads the defender. If the defender plays run, then he throws like you just saw there. If the defender plays pass, then he tries to run through the hole and make a play with his legs.
Look how deep Hubert is here. 10 yards off the line of scrimmage or more. Some movement up front. No flag. 5 on the play clock. Here's Sams, option right, pitching to Hubert. He cuts inside at midfield, stumbles forward, but he's going to be a yard shy of the 1st down. Carl Joseph, K.J. Dillon among those that came up to make the stop for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, good pursuit by the West Virginia defense, but really what messed that play up there, you know, as you see there, the replay, the pitch being behind John Hubert really messed his momentum up. Didn't get a chance to really get going forward. Almost got the 1st down, but the pitch threw the rhythm of the play off.
Sams took a big shot when he made the pitch. K-State going to have to kick it away. First opportunity for Mark Krause. Stands at his own 38. Jordan Thompson, the deep man for West Virginia. Fair catch called for and made by Thompson at the 10-yard line. One of the fun players to watch in the Big 12, Charles Sims, the transfer from Houston, has delivered early this. Tonight it's Game 3 of the World Series as the scene shifts to St. Louis, where Jake Peavy is scheduled to take the mound for the Red Sox, and Boston will try to get back on top while Joe Kelly and the Cardinals trying to defend their home field and win a second straight. Coverage of the World Series Game 3 begins tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, only on Fox.
Pretty cool. I live in downtown Boston, but I grew up right outside of New York City, so I'm a Yankees fan. Boston, a great sports town.
You're in enemy territory, big boy.
Definitely.
Trickett with Clay in the backfield here, going to hand the ball to Dreamer Smith. First carry of the day for him, running right. Nowhere to go. Dante Barnett, the safety, came over and shut him down. No gain on the play. And again, if you tuned in this afternoon to watch the Oklahoma Sooners host undefeated Texas Tech on Fox, having weather problems in Norman, Oklahoma. We'll get you out there shortly. Right now, live in Manhattan, Kansas. Kansas State playing host to West Virginia. 7 minutes to play in the opening quarter. No score. Clint Trickett, the quarterback. The transfer from Florida State. Throwing the home run ball down the middle for Carswell, and it's incomplete. Kip Daly with him stride for stride.
Kip Daly can run. One of the things I really respect and like about this West Virginia offense is, yes, there's a lot of intermediate short passing, but they take their shots down the
No to a
field.
receiver downfield. Number 88 was covered up by an outside receiver. 5-yard penalty. Penalty is declined.
But West Virginia, they do a good job of taking their shots down the field and backing the defense off. You got to do that as an offense. Scare some of these defenses, scare the secondary so they don't pressure your short passing game.
Big play for this Kansas State defense, trying to maintain some field position for the offense. That's Smith, the motion man. Trickett all by himself in the backfield. Got some time over the middle, threw it behind the true freshman DeKeel Shorts, incomplete. Second 3 and out forced by the Wildcat defense, and they should get good field position here.
Some of the inconsistency we talked about were keys to the game. West Virginia's offense, here we've seen now, not much production the first 3 drives of the game. They got to do something just to get a first down and kind of get some confidence on offense.
O'Toole kicks this one from the goal line. Short punt. Rolls out across the 45-yard line. The Wildcats going to begin their next drive in West Virginia territory. The electrifying Daniel Sams back on the field when we return. No score in Manhattan, Kansas. The Wildcats and Mountaineers going at it in the Big 12. No score in Manhattan, Kansas with 6:31 to play. Tonight on Fox Sports 1, this Fox College Saturday continues. Texas trying to stay undefeated, going on the road to get TCU in Fort Worth. And that one followed by a Pac-12 showdown as Cal takes on Washington in the nightcap. Fox Sports, your home for college football all season long. Daniel Sams, once again the quarterback for Bill Snyder and the Wildcats. First down pass, gets it to Tyler Lockett on the outside. Nifty move for him as he dives inside the 45 and down to about the 42-yard line. And we've heard now that the weather starting to pass in Norman, Oklahoma. They're anticipating that game will kick off sometime around 4:45 Eastern time. In the meantime, we say thanks to those that tuned in to watch Texas Tech and Oklahoma on Fox today. Our game in Manhattan, Kansas. K-State, West Virginia, playing to a scoreless tie here just past midway in the opening quarter. Daniel Sams audibilizing at the line of scrimmage. Still plenty of time to get the snap. He's going to throw it again, looking left. Got a man open, complete, first down and more. Tremaine Thompson runs it down to the 30-yard line.
Tremaine Thompson, he's a guy this West Virginia defense is going to have to worry about. They get him the ball along with Tyler Lockett in space. They can make some people miss. Very dangerous, of course, in the kick return, punt return game, but very dangerous as well in the short passing game.
How about Daniel Sam's back-to-back passes after he was so good on the ground 2 weeks ago against Baylor? Closing on 5 minutes to play in the first. Sam's rolling right. Looked like he might throw it. Now he's going to be pushed near the sideline and drug out of bounds. Lost yardage on the play. Carl Joseph, the sophomore safety out of Orlando, Florida, coming up to make the hit.
Carl Joseph, just the most versatile player on this West Virginia defense, but really just a good job overall there by the whole defensive unit, containing Sams, making him go outside, and letting other players come in pursuit.
Sams -9 on the day in regard to rush yards. Wouldn't have expected that coming in, and once again this K-State offense behind the chains. That creates some challenges for them. Going to run it on 2nd and 15. John Hubert hitting the backfield. How about the effort? Brandon Golson came across. Unblocked, it appeared, as he beat the man and came through, creating havoc in the backfield.
Well, Brandon Golson, you'll see here, he's going to come right from over here. He is a phenomenal athlete. One of the other, I would say, phenomenal athletes on this West Virginia defense. Can rush the passer, can drop back in coverage. We saw them earlier this year, and he's one of those guys that when Adam and I saw him in person, we were like, wow, he looks the part, and he's a junior college transfer, getting more and more comfortable in this defense and making his presence known.
Waters back in at quarterback on 3rd and 15, throwing down the seam, got him in! Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, the Wildcats are on the board.
When Tyler Lockett is playing and healthy, this Kansas State offense can be pretty dangerous because they force your hand to stop the run game, and then he can hurt you in the pass game.
Jack Cantelli, 20 of 21 on the season when it comes to extra points. The point after is good here. 7-0 Kansas State.
Well, you're going to see Lockett at the top of the screen. Basically what they're doing here is running what we would call a double post concept. Lockett just beats number 34 Ishmael Banks from West Virginia just with his speed straight down the field. And that's why you see Jake Waters in the game. A very good thrower of the football. Can keep you honest in the run game, but really his strength is standing in the pocket and making throws.
Waters played the opening drive at quarterback, had the nice run, fumbled it. We hadn't seen him since. Comes down into the game on a huge 3rd down and 15, throws a strike. I would say his confidence is back, and his team now has the lead thanks to the 9th career touchdown catch and 2nd of the year for Tyler Lockett. Lockett, a kid that was injured at Oklahoma State. Didn't play a couple of weeks ago against Baylor, but he's obviously healthy after getting the scoring grab there. Cantelli adds the extra point. He will now kick it away for the 2nd time today. The true freshman Wendell Smallwood back deep to receive it. Just like on the opening kickoff of the game, he will take a knee, a touchback. And the Mountaineers going to begin this drive at their own 25-yard line.
A little bit of importance here for West Virginia to get something going offensively. They've kind of been backed up in their own end here for the majority of this first quarter, and given Kansas State's offense very good field position, they need to move the ball, not panic time for points, but just at least move the field, change the field position of the game, and see if they can't at least back up Kansas State to their side of the field.
Trickett off to a slow start, 1 for 6. 11 yards here, going to keep it on the ground. Sims running near side. Gets a few yards out to the 30. Tyler Zimmerman, Jonathan Truman made the stop as he picked up 4 officially. They spot the ball at the 29-yard line.
One thing I'm looking at right now, Adam, just to get Trickett into some, rhythm as far as a passer. The Kansas State defensive corners, they are playing very far off these West Virginia. You can't even see a corner here in the screen right now. Take some easy completions, throw a 5 or 6 yard hitch route, get Trickett some confidence.
Trickett rolling right, gets it to Sims out of the backfield. He's got running room and picks up the first down as he goes across the 35 to the 36 before Ty Zimmerman came over and knocked him to the turf.
There's another way to get a quarterback confidence. Throw a screen, just get something going, get the ball to your best player on your offense, Charles Sims, and see if he can't do something with the ball after the catch.
I was going to say, if I were Trickett and I wanted to build my confidence, I'd try to get the ball to number 3. Sims with a carry here, dives through the pile, and he got a couple. Marquell Bryant, defensive end, had 6 tackles on the year coming in, made the stop for Kansas State.
Really impressed just at the start of the game by this defensive line of Kansas State. Doing a good job up front, really with just 5, 6 guys in the box, stopping the run here early on.
2nd and 7 for Trickett. Looks like a busted play. He went one way, the running back went the other, and it didn't work out offensively for West Virginia, who now will face 3rd and long.
Well, this is some of the problems with West Virginia all year long. A lot of new parts on offense. Wendell Smallwood, he's a freshman. Of course, this is Clint Trickett's first year in the system. Just some of the growing pains that West Virginia is going through right now.
First time we had seen Smallwood in the backfield today. Sent him in motion on the previous 2 plays. Here he is behind Trickett on 3rd down and 9. Trickett going to pass. Crowd making noise. The rush is coming and the pass complete near midfield. Good for a first down. Ivan McCartney with his first grab of the day.
Good throw by Clint Trickett here. Here you're going to see Ivan McCartney run what we would call a comeback route. He pushes up to about 16 yards, puts his foot in the ground, and just makes himself available to quarterback Clint Trickett. Nice play. Nice play by Clint Trickett there, just standing in the face of pressure. Kansas State blitzed 6 guys there.
Gain of 12, McCartney's 9th catch of the year. Wendell Smallwood gets the carry on first down. Hit right at the line of scrimmage by Ty Zimmerman, the senior safety. Zimmerman came into the game with 43 tackles. He's a local kid from Junction City, Kansas, a high school quarterback, and his dad's a high school coach. A good recipe, and he plays just like that. Brings a lot of leadership to that defensive side of the football. Second down and 9, little play action. Throwing far side, Sims hit and dropped right as soon as he caught the football. How about Blake Slaughter hitting him from that linebacker position? This kid, some kind of player over there for Bill Snyder.
When you watch Kansas State defense, here you're going to see Blake Slaughter right here. This guy, he is all over the field. He's always around the ball, a little bit undersized. He's only, I don't know, 5'10", 227, but he can run. He's got very good instincts. And as you can see here early on, Kansas State defense is very aware of Charles Sims.
Slaughter, one of the best defenders in the Big 12. West Virginia 1 for 4 on 3rd downs, but they made their last. Trickett to throw here. Plenty of time. Steps up, throws it near side to Sims, who breaks a tackle inside the 45 and pushed out of bounds. He will be shy of the first down, and we have come to the end of the first quarter here in Manhattan, Kansas. K-State on the board first. They lead it 7-0. The Mountaineers have got a drive going, but it'll be 4th down when we return. You're watching college football on Fox Sports 1. 7-0, Kansas State leading West Virginia as we begin the second quarter. The Mountaineers faced with a 4th down and about 4. Down at the 44-yard line, but they have elected to punt. O'Toole going to kick this one from about his own 40-yard line, and Ty Zimmerman back deep for the Wildcats. Fourth punt of the day for O'Toole. Zimmerman hauls this one in after calling for a fair catch right around the 5-yard line. And now our first quarter stats brought to you by Chevrolet.
Well, Kansas State's had some moments early on the first 2 drives in the run game, especially with running back John Hubert. really West Virginia's offense, they've struggled a little bit. That drive right there was a good drive, though, by them. They at least changed field position. Now they got their defense at least has a chance. They got Kansas State's offense backed up here on their own 5-6 yard line. An effective drive. I know no points, but still in the big picture of the game, a good drive.
About 15 minutes away from kickoff in Norman, Oklahoma. Texas Tech unbeaten on the road to get the Sooners. We will take you there on Fox. About 4:45 Eastern time. Right now we continue from Manhattan, Kansas. John Hubert the carry on first down for the Wildcats. Gets him some operating room as he takes it out to the 14.
Well, Kansas State started out the game in these formations. Right there, what you're seeing right now, they were in 12 personnel. That means one back, two tight ends, and kind of just running it straight down the throat of West Virginia's defense. They've gotten away from that, but I like that early on. I would like to see this Kansas State's offense stick with that and ride John Hubert in between the tackles a little bit.
Waters, who threw the touchdown pass, is once again leading the offense for Bill Snyder. Miller, the motion man, fumbled snap, and I think Hubert fell on it back around the 10. That's twice today we have seen the ball mishandled by Jake Waters. He had the run in the first quarter when he fumbled it away, and here pulling out too early from the center, it looked like.
Yeah, it's hard to tell if it was on Waters or if the center maybe just short snapped it a little bit, but a good job by Hubert, at least being aware of the ball on the ground and covering it up.
Loss of 3 yards on that miscue sets up 3rd down and 5. Big play for this West Virginia defense to try to get off the field and establish some field position for the offense. Waters throwing too tall, trying to find Lockett, incomplete. And K-State, who is second in the country coming in and fewest 3 and outs, goes 3 and out here, and this is a big one. The Mountaineers defense answered the bell.
Yeah, good job changing field position last time by the West Virginia offense. Jake Waters, though, I just like to talk about that throw. When he misses throws, he misses them high. Usually a pretty consistent thrower, but has a tendency at times to kind of let his elbow on his throwing arm dip down a little low. He gets under the ball, and it sails high on him, as everyone saw there.
Krause punting this one from his own goal line. Boots it away. Jordan Thompson back for West Virginia. Going to haul it in at midfield. Dances right, tackled from behind. And that's where the Mountaineers will begin. At the 47-yard line of K-State. We'll see if they can move the ball when we return. Tomorrow it's Game 4 of the World Series at 8 Eastern Time, and stay tuned during the 5th inning for the exclusive final trailer debut of the Hunger Games Catching Fire. It's all a part of a Catching Fire Sunday only on Fox. 13 minutes, 18 seconds to play here in Manhattan, Kansas. 7-0, Wildcats leading West Virginia on homecoming. The Mountaineers with their best opportunity of the day, already inside enemy territory as they begin their 5th drive of the afternoon. Dreamus Smith carrying on first down, breaking tackles. First down is in more as he takes it down to the 36-yard line.
Dreamus Smith, another guy that kind of gets lost in the shuffle because of the success of Charles Sims, but he's averaging over 5 yards a carry himself. A very effective runner, and again, a lot like Charles Sims, very good in the pass game.
The injured player for West Virginia is Pat Egger, the 6'6", 301-pound senior center.
Would be a big loss if they lost Pat Egger.
He's the vocal and emotional leader, and not just for that offensive line group. He is really a guy that makes this offense go.
Here you see him. Here you see Egger right there. Guessing somebody probably falls on the back of his leg. Looks like he might have rolled his left ankle a little bit. Hopefully he's okay.
And good to see him going to the sideline. Hopefully Egger will be okay. As we talked about, that's a big loss for that offensive line.
Yeah, a great leader. And the one thing I'll say is, me being an ex-quarterback, I couldn't stand when the backup center had to come in the game, because you're used to one center's butt, and now you got to get used to another center's butt. So It is a different feel for the quarterback, and of course they're in the shotgun a lot too, so there's the feel of timing and the pace of some of these shotgun snaps he'll have to get used to with the new center.
Yeah, it's Tyler Orlowski who comes in. He moved from guard to center in the spring. 6'4", 295-pound redshirt freshman from Cleveland, Ohio. Sims the motion man on 1st and 10. Trickett fakes to Smith, throws it left to Sims, who's got room. Breaks the tackle inside the 30 and brought down by Slaughter right around the 27-yard line. The coaches told us we need to get the ball more to Charles Sims. Mission accomplished. He's touching it every second or third play here today.
Well, they need to ride either him or Dreamer Smith. They're the two best players on the offense. But like you and I have seen, they use them in both the run game and the pass game. They're both very dangerous, both very polished route runners as well.
2nd and short, a lot of options here. Trickett, play action, looking downfield. In trouble, going to tuck and run. He's got the first down inside the 20 and brought to the turf at about the 18-yard line. Again, Blake Slaughter made the tackle. Ryan Mueller there as well.
Nice play by Clint Trickett right there. Not really anything open down the field. He tries to give it time to develop, stays patient in the pocket. There's really nothing there. Sees a little lane to run through and picks up the first down. Maybe he had Jaquil Shorts there coming across the field, but hard to see some of those guys at times with defensive linemen in your face, especially directly down the middle of the field.
That's the one element that Trickett really brings. He can extend the play. Gonna have to do it again here, and it's not gonna work out. Hit behind the line of scrimmage and sacked. Shaquille Reed, the 6'3" senior from Wichita, pulled him down. His 2nd sack of the season.
Well, the Kansas State defensive backs, they're doing a good job in coverage. Not really getting any separation as far as the West Virginia receivers and the Kansas State corners. Makes Trickett hold the ball, and Kansas State gets the sack.
2nd and 13. Smith goes in motion. Trickett looking right side. Got a man. It is caught. Jordan Thompson leveled, but he hangs on after Ty Zimmerman lit him up inside the 10-yard line.
What a big catch by Jordan Thompson. Knowing he's going to get hit, still holds onto the ball and takes the big hit from safety Ty Zimmerman. And a good hit by Ty Zimmerman. No targeting there. Good, clean technique, understanding that you can't go high to the head.
Thompson, 5'7", 168, his 9th catch of the year. Enough for the first down and goal now for West Virginia. Dreamer Smith carrying left side. Brought down at the 5, picked up a couple. Ryan Mueller tackled him coming from the backside defensively.
As the game goes on, I think we'll talk more and more about Ryan Mueller, one of the sack leaders in the Big 12. He will show up at times as you watch this K-State defense. Good against the run and an effective pass rusher.
Mueller also tied for 3rd in the conference in the tackle for loss category. They could use one here. 2nd down and goal. Trickett running left, nothing open, and he's going to dive for the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. K-State got on the board first, but the Mountaineers answer. Good defense, set up field position, and the offense finishes the job.
Well, one of the things Dana Holgorsen told us that he liked Clint Trickett and why he wanted him to be the starter is he felt like he could extend plays, not only in the pocket to find people downfield in the passing game, but he's athletic enough, as you see right there, to move the chains or go ahead and get a free 6-10 yards. There he does a nice job to get 6 for the touchdown.
Extra point is blocked. Josh Lambert came in 21 of 21, but this one is blocked.
Travis Britz, I think, got through there and got a hand on it. Number 95.
Britz had the batted ball earlier, getting his hands up when Trickett was passing it, and here he comes through and knocks the ball down on the extra point. So K-State stays on top despite the touchdown run for Clint Trickett, his first of the year. It's 7-6 Wildcats in Manhattan. 7-6, Kansas State leading West Virginia. 10:05 to play in the opening half. Scoring drive for the Mountaineers. 7 plays, 47 yards. Ate up just over 3 minutes. Clint Trickett with his first rushing touchdown of the season. Nice bounce back for Dana Holgerson and his team, who fell behind early.
Good job by the West Virginia offense. Key plays of that drive were Clint Trickett running the ball, picking up some first downs, and of course the run for the touchdown. The other thing I look at, the big catch over the middle by number 10, Jordan Thompson, on a 3rd down, catching the ball and taking a big hit and holding on. Nice job.
Molinari kicks it off. And this one going to go through the end zone for a touchback. His 9th touchback of the year on his 30th kickoff.
Well, you're going to see Travis Britz right here. Gets that right arm up, squeezes between what you would say the A gap. That's between the center and the guard. They need to do a little bit better job, West Virginia's field goal team there, of just closing those gaps and not letting guys squeeze through.
You know, we got to give a call to Keith Patterson as the West Virginia defense comes on the field. I know things did not go the way they wanted at Baylor a few weeks ago, but that's happened to a lot of teams. He has really taken this defense and stair-stepped it up. There's some much more reliable than they were a year ago, and they were the reason they got that great field position that set up that touchdown there.
Yes, West Virginia's defense so much better than last year. Yes, they had a hard time against Baylor, but there's a lot of defenses that'll struggle against Baylor today, or this year, I should say. But defensive coordinator Keith Patterson doing a really good job with West Virginia.
Waters, the quarterback, going to run it on 1st down. No gain. Let's go to Los Angeles for a game break. Here's Patrick.
All right, let's check out Eastern Michigan at number 18, Northern Illinois. Jordan Lynch, 2 touchdowns passing, 1 rushing, and now a TD reception. All in just over a quarter. Again, Jordan Lynch, learn the name, memorize it. The kid is good. 28-3 in the second. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Patrick. Perhaps Jordan Lynch can make his way onto Chris Sims' Heisman list. He's been putting up monster numbers in recent weeks. 2nd down and 10. Pass right side, going to go to Sexton, and he's going to muscle through the tackle and get enough for the 1st down. Pitch and catch of right about 11 yards. Ishmael Banks made the stop.
Yeah, Curry Sexton, 6-yard hitch route. Ishmael Banks is far off the receiver there. Good job by Jake Waters, just taking what the defense gives you. Get the ball out of your hand quick and let Curry Sexton turn up and see if he can make the cornerback miss.
Waters, play action on 1st down. Nothing going downfield. He's going to run it across the 40 into the 43-yard line. Nice pickup on 1st down by Waters. A heady quarterback who understands and has a good feel for the pocket.
Well, Waters, as we've talked about and established here already, he is the passer of the two between him and Sams. But he can hurt you with his legs. He has had some effective running games throughout the year. Does a good job there just pulling it down and getting 7 or 8 yards.
There you see the primary running quarterback for K-State. Mentioned Waters, he had over 40 yards rushing a couple of weeks ago in that home loss to Baylor. This one tipped at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. They were trying to get Lockett free on the outside, couldn't get it to him. Will Clark was one of those making the play defensively.
You know, when you talk about Waters and Sams, yes, they run the ball more when Sams is in there and they pass it more with Waters, but both are effective in both areas, so at least they can run their full package of the offense and they don't become too one-dimensional.
Wildcats on the day, 1 of 3 on 3rd down. 3rd and 3 here for Jake Waters. Gonna dump one over the middle. It's tipped and incomplete. He was trying to get Sexton. Looked like Bruce may have gotten his arm or batted the ball as he threw it. Incomplete either way, and it brings up 4th down in a punting situation for Kansas State, who has started to slow up a little bit on the offensive side of the football. And again, West Virginia with a good defensive effort. Bruce getting athletic, jumping up and batting that ball down.
Good to see Isaiah Bruce make an impact. One of the best players on the defense last year. Been banged up this year, hasn't played a whole lot. Really just getting back into playing shape and good playing form here.
Cross boots this one away. It takes a Kansas State bounce, rolls inside the 20, From down to the 17. That's where West Virginia will set up shop. Trailing 7-6. 8:02 to play in Manhattan, Kansas. We got a good one going on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon in Big 12 country. Kansas State leading West Virginia 7-6 with 8:02 to play. The Mountaineers have the ball back, and that means we'll see more of this from Clint Trickett. He's been solid.
Yeah, really the story of the second quarter here so far. West Virginia dominating a little bit after Kansas State dominating the first quarter, but Trickett did a real good job of making plays with his feet. And then, of course, the big catch over the middle by number 10, Jordan Thompson, and then the touchdown run by Trickett as well. That's what's brought us to 7-6. Been kind of the tale of two quarters here. Kansas State dominated the first. West Virginia's had control of this second quarter.
Saw the passing numbers for Trickett, 7 of 12 on the day. That's after he started 1 of 6. He's warming up. Going to pass it on first down. It's complete. Sims again, who's got a first down, racing out across the 30-yard line. Tell you what, Charles Sims is absolutely Clint Trickett's best friend. And they're going to go hurry up here. The Mountaineers trying to pick up the pace.
Nice quick pass there. That's what makes it hard on some of these Kansas State linebackers. Blake Slaughter, he's got to respect the run fake. He respects that and then leaves a wide open zone for the Keel Shorts to catch the ball.
Stream Smith in the backfield. Sims the motion man. This time they just pop it to him. Running left side. He's got big yardage again as he breaks a tackle and takes it across the 40-yard line and out to about the 44. Trey Walker came over and made the stop.
Oh, that used to be a play last year. They used to do a whole lot with Geno Smith and Tavon Austin. But now they're using it with Charles Sims. I haven't seen it a whole lot this year. But I really like it. Gives your guy a chance to get out on the edge quick before the defense is ready and let him run in space.
They've done that motion some today, but that's the first time we've seen him dump it off. Smallwood goes in motion. Trickett looking downfield. He's got a man. It is going to be caught inside the 10, right around the Kansas State 5-yard line. A big hookup for Ronald Carswell.
Ronald Carswell. They've been throwing a lot of these shots the last few weeks to Kevin White. Ronald Carswell, maybe not as big as Kevin White, but a little bit faster. Nice throw by Trickett, leading them downfield, and a good job by Carswell making the catch.
A pickup of 50. They spot the ball at the 6-yard line of the Wildcats.
You've got to respect the deep passing game from West Virginia. They will continue to throw it. They don't care if it's complete or incomplete.
Power set here. That's Cody Clay to the left of Trickett. Dreamus Smith going to get the ball running that way. Nothing doing. Cuts it back. And he may lose a half a yard. Good pursuit defensively. Ryan Mueller among those there to greet him.
Really nice concentration by Carswell. Ball was maybe slightly underthrown by a yard or two, so he had to gear down. Gave the defensive back from Kansas State just a chance to get in there and makes a swipe at it, but good concentration by Carswell.
I love the fact that he stayed in the game, didn't leave. Dreamus Smith gets the carry on 2nd and goal. Powers inside the 5 to about the 4. Be 3rd down after Reed and Britz made the stop for the Wildcats. I think mentally, this is a big play for the Kansas State defense. Love to hold them to 3 here.
They are. They're reeling a little bit right now. West Virginia's having their way, running the ball with a little success, taking some shots down the field, and been pretty efficient in the short passing game.
Last couple of plays, Dreamus Smith in the backfield. This time it's Sims. Trickett going to pass left. Too tall, incomplete, no flag. He was trying to get it to Keel Shorts near the pylon.
Well, you'll see Keel Shorts there in the slot. They just basically try to run a little 5-yard out route, but cornerback number 15, Randall Evans, is all over it. Good coverage by Kansas State. Good defense to stand there to hold West Virginia to the field goal attempt here.
Josh Lambert had the extra point blocked following the West Virginia touchdown earlier. Spot this one at the 11. It'll be a 21-yard attempt from the left hash. Molinari the holder. The kick is up, and it is good. Lambert now on the season, 9 of 13. And the 3-point set up because of the home run hit. Trickett, a 50-yard pass and catch to Ronald Carswell. And the Mountaineers Kansas State got the first score of the day, went up 7-0. But Ronald Carswell and West Virginia answered. Long pitch and catch, set up a field goal. The Mountaineers now lead 9-7. Michael Molinari will kick it away. Second kickoff of the day for him. First resulted in a touchback. And that's good news because he's kicking it to Tyler Lockett, one of the best return men in the country. This one going to be held up. Lockett 4 yards deep, going to bring it out. Across the 20 into the 27-yard line, there is a flag. We'll check that in a moment. First, a preview of what's coming up at halftime. Let's go to Rob Stone.
Coming up on the Pizza Hut halftime report, how would Johnny Manziel's injured shoulder hold up? Did Wake Forest catch Miami looking ahead to Florida State next week? And all the sights from a very active, interesting day in the Big 12. We'll see you at the break.
Return team. 10-yard penalty, number 13. First down.
Our referee, Dan Romeo, giving the bad news to the home crowd here at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. The Wildcats going to start this drive at their own 10-yard line after the holding on the return. After that touchdown pass to Lockett, things have slowed down for Kansas State offensively as we compare the numbers of Waters and Sands.
Yeah, Waters has played more, had some, had the big touchdown throw, had a few nice runs, of course, had the fumble as well. This is what I want to see. There's 2 tight ends in the game right now for Kansas State. Go with what got you here, and that's running the ball between the tackles.
They're going to run it. On first down with Hubert, picked up about 8 yards. Pulled down at the 18 by Jared Barber. Darwin Cook there as well.
This is who the Kansas State team is. They are a running team first. I feel like they got away from it a little bit after that first drive and the Jake Waters fumble, but been very effective. Just getting in some traditional sets. You see here, there's 2 tight ends. There's one up top. Just play smash mouth football. I don't know if this West Virginia defensive line can hang and handle the Kansas State offensive line.
A lot of options when you got a 2nd and 2. This time Hubert bounced outside and he loses 3 back to the 15-yard line. Will Clark from his defensive end position coming over to help make the stop for the Mountaineers. Well, this is all effort by Clark.
Yeah, Clark, good job by him. The other guy I would look at right there, Brandon Golson, just does a good job setting the edge, not letting the play bounce outside, forcing the runner to go back inside where, of course, all his defensive help is. West Virginia defense does a good job in pursuit and making the tackle.
Saw Boston Stuyvesant coming into the game. Haven't seen him a lot this year due to injury. He's at left guard for 3rd down and 5. 4 minutes to play here in our opening half. Waters looks to throw, flushed out of the pocket, gonna run, nothing doing, hit right at the 15-yard line. Nick Kwiatkowski gets the tackle. 3 and out for Kansas State, something we haven't said a lot this season, but this West Virginia defense today giving a great team effort.
Well, West Virginia, they have the advantage when they can get Kansas State into some known passing situations. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. West Virginia's defense played coverage. They covered everyone up. Jake Waters had no one to throw to, and he just tries to run and, of course, doesn't get it.
Mark Krause becoming a busy man. Kicks this one from inside his own 5. Jordan Thompson, the fair catch at the 45-yard line of Kansas State. We mentioned earlier today, when these 2 teams met a year ago in Morgantown, it was a top 15 matchup. But the face is different on both sidelines entering today's matchup, Chris.
Well, yeah, big shoes to fill. That's right up top there for both of these quarterbacks. Colin Klein, one of the best in the history of Kansas State. Geno Smith, one of the best in the history of West Virginia. No easy task for either quarterback, and there's more to it than that. For West Virginia, they're missing Tavon Austin and Stedman Bailey. They got a very young group of receivers out here with a quarterback who's in the first year of the system. So they're continuing to gel and get better this year, and I expect they'll be really good next year.
9 straight points for West Virginia. They've got the ball here. A little misdirection, flipping it up. And running the football this time is going to be Vernon Davis. He fumbled it, not sure if he was down, but recovered it anyway. Ty Zimmerman made the big hit after a pickup of about 8 on first down.
Good little misdirection play by West Virginia. Ty Zimmerman comes up, looked like the ball was out before he hit. A big hit by Ty Zimmerman, knocking that ball loose.
Nice job by the redshirt freshman Davis to get back on top of it. Another freshman runs it here. This is the true freshman Smallwood, who goes into the pile and got nothing. Alana Finau with the stop as we go back and look at the previous play. Watch Zimmerman. He brings it. Zimmerman is fearless when it comes to playing safety.
He is, and when you see him in person, he's made to hit. He's got broad shoulders, a short neck. He is made to play safety. Does a really good job for this defense, and will have a chance to play on Sundays next year.
You and I met him. He doesn't say much. He lets his shoulder pads do the talking. Big 3rd and 3. Inside the 40 for West Virginia. Play action. Trickett on the bootleg. Gonna throw it. Open man is Kevin White. He's got a first down at the 25-yard line of Kansas State. First catch of the day for the junior college transfer.
Nice play. 3rd and short. Dana Holgerson knows the defense is going to be expecting run. They fake the run, come out. Nice, easy completion to wide receiver Kevin White.
Keep an eye on the clock. Under 2 minutes to play first half. West Virginia, all 3 timeouts. Sims gets the carry on first down. He breaks free inside the 15 and down to about the 13-yard line before Ty Zimmerman makes a touchdown-saving tackle.
Big hole right now. Kansas State a little tired, their defense. They've been on the field a lot this second quarter. And maybe their defensive front's getting a little worn down here. Been some big holes in the run game the last few series.
And give a call to that West Virginia offensive line. Remember, they lost Pat Eggert to injury. They brought Tyler Orlowski in to play the center position. They have not missed a beat. 1st and 10. Trickett rolling right, gonna keep it. And he'll just run it out of bounds as he steps inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Got about 3 plays. Dante Barnett forced him out of bounds.
Same play we just saw a second ago on 3rd and short. This time he fakes the run, comes out, nobody's open. Does the smart thing, goes and gets a few yards with his legs, and now they're in 2nd and 7.
And not that the clock is a big issue here because they do have 3 timeouts remaining, but he also stepped out of bounds, which stops the clock. 1:08 to play. Over 2 minutes gone by in this drive for the Mountaineers. 5 plays, 36 yards. A nice mix of run and pass. Trickett, who's been hot, throwing left toward the end zone, and it's incomplete as he went after the true freshman Dakeil Shorts. After starting 1 of 6, Trickett is now 10 of 12 for 137 yards. He's been good here recently.
Man-to-man pressure across the board. Man-to-man pressure across the board there for Kansas State. They do a good job in coverage. Ty Zimmerman right there next to the receiver.
3rd and 7. The Mountaineers can get a first down here. Wildcat defense trying to force a field goal for the 2nd straight drive. Trickett to pass, throwing toward the end zone, and it's incomplete. Too tall that time as he went after Vernon Davis in the back part of the end zone, and Trickett was hit as he threw it.
Trickett a little hasty in his decision there. You're going to see right there the top receiver kind of open, number 12, Ronald Carswell. Maybe had a chance at Kevin White too, but he threw to a guy that was double covered. Not a real good decision right there by Clint Trickett.
Josh Lambert just hit from 21 yards. That was on the left hash. This one from the right hash from 26. It's a fake. Molinari keeps it up the middle. He's going to be stopped at the 5, short of the yard to gain. And how about K-State reacting?
Well, I'll give it to Dana Holgerson for having a gutsy play call right there, trying to get 7 before the half. But an equally nice play by the Kansas State defense, and Ty Zimmerman making the big tackle to stop West Virginia from getting the first down.
Molinari, the holder, came up with it. Almost looked like it was a little option play with Josh Lambert. Everybody stays home, and keeping in mind here, not only did they run the fake, they could have gotten the first down, didn't have to get in the end zone, but they come up 3 yards short. Kansas State gets the football, 49 seconds to play and trailing 9-7, and you see the frustration from head coach Dana Holgerson.
Gutsy call right there, but 4th and 7 might have just been a little too long to expect your field goal kicker or your holder to pick up a first down.
Waters in at quarterback. K-State does have 2 timeouts. A hand to Hubert here. He breaks it outside. Runs it to the 10. We'll see if West Virginia will stop the clock here. And it doesn't look like they will. They've got 3 remaining, but they're going to let it run down. Travis Bell came over and tackled Hubert.
Well, I think both teams will be somewhat happy going into the half here. I think West Virginia, you know, they're going in with a 9-7 lead. Could be better. A little disappointing there. But Kansas State also has something to build on as well. Making the big stop there. Not playing well in the second quarter, but only going into the half, down 2 points.
Wildcats will get the ball to begin the second half. Had to run one more play. They give it to Hubert. He is stopped, and time will expire in the first half here in Manhattan, Kansas. Been a fun football game so far. Kansas State jumped up 7-0, but West Virginia has rallied. They lead 9-7 at the break. Let's go to Los Angeles. Rob Stone and the Pizza Hut halftime report.
Stopping it, but really a fun, interesting game here so far.
The Mountaineers had gotten 3 there. They would have a little bit more of a cushion, would have made it 12-7, but they missed out on an opportunity, and they will kick it away to begin this second half. Mountaineers sends it deep over the head of Tyler Lockett, a touchback, and Kansas State going to begin the second half at their own 25-yard line. As you see the numbers from the first half, West Virginia nothing doing in the first 15 minutes, but they turned it up in quarter number 2, and overall they have outgained Kansas State 221-142 this afternoon.
All the momentum's on West Virginia's side. Maybe Kansas State got a little bit back with the fake field goal by West Virginia and Kansas State stopping them. But I look for Kansas State here. You see Daniel Sams coming onto the field. Get back to what you do best. You've been a running team all year long. This is your best player on your team. Let him run the ball and make some plays for you.
Sam's quiet in that opening half. He's going to be hit and dropped for a loss here. Brandon Golson came through from his linebacking position and pulled him down 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Golson has showed up a lot here today so far. Really just runs through fullback Glenn Gronkowski's block. Golson's a strong physical guy. Gronkowski, just a freshman, not quite ready to handle the physical nature of Brandon Golson.
And Golson, quite an athlete, a lot of quickness. Second down and 12, Waters in at quarterback. With a long yardage situation, he's going to run, and he's got room, taking it right, and diving out to the 5-yard line. Got back the loss from the first down play and picked up 5 more. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for K-State. You know, Kansas State coming in, number 2 in the country as far as fewest 3 and outs this season. Today they've had a few of them and trying to avoid it here. Not the start you would want to go 3 and out, getting the ball to begin the second half of play. Waters stays in at quarterback, working out of the shotgun. That's Gronkowski back there with him. Waters going to run, hit and brought down a yard short of the first down. Nick Kwiatkowski making the stop for West Virginia. You know, Kwiatkowski's got a great story. 3rd on the team in tackles, despite the fact he's missed a couple of games, and he's making his presence known here today.
Yeah, Kwiatkowski is a solid player inside. The defensive coaches for West Virginia love him. Just really does a good job continually fighting through trash and getting to ball carriers. But a little confused with Kansas State's plan of attack right now. You know, Sam starts the series, doesn't get anything on first down. Then they bring in Jake Waters. You know, what are you trying to do offensively? Hard to get in a rhythm offense when you got as an offense when you got 2 different quarterbacks playing so much.
Krause punts it away. Fair catch called for by Jordan Thompson down at the 26-yard line. And that's where Clint Trickett and the West Virginia offense will get the ball 2 minutes into this 3rd quarter. They've scored 9 straight points, and they will once again have the wind at their back as they have their first offensive possession of this 3rd quarter.
Well, Clint Trickett got off to a rough start, but one of the reasons he's the starting quarterback right now is they feel like he's a great leader and he's unflappable. He showed that. Bounced back from the rough starts, played really well, made some big throws and some big runs as well.
Started 1 for 6, as you saw. He's now 11 of 19. Going to run it on first down with Sims. Brings it right side, gain of a couple. Blake Slaughter, the linebacker, made the tackle. Shaquille Reed also hanging out in the vicinity of Sims. You know, West Virginia always going to be known as a team that likes to throw the football under Dana Holgorsen, but they're averaging over 150 yards a game on the ground. They can run the ball. Going to pass it here. In trouble is Trickett. He lost the football. It's going to be recovered by Kansas State inside the 20. Ryan Mueller came through and made the hit. Blake Slaughter recovers, and the Wildcats are in business.
Ryan Mueller, you see him right here. He's just going to come off the edge and basically win with his little spin move inside right there. Does a great job of just swiping at the arm of Clint Trickett's right arm, gets the ball free. He did this a few weeks ago against Baylor, made a similar play that was outstanding.
That play against Baylor, he ran down Bryce Petty, went parallel to the ground, knocked the ball loose, and recovered. Here, he forces the fumble, and Kansas State has it with momentum in the red zone. Red zone this season for the Wildcats, 18 of 21, 86%. They score touchdowns 67% of the time. Sam's throwing near side. He's got Lockett, who breaks the tackle, spins off another man, and is close to the first down as he goes inside the 10-yard line. They'll spot him down at the 9. That's where Carl Joseph finally knocked him out of bounds.
Lockett just going to run a curl route. Does a good job of just continuing to come back to the quarterback. Meets the ball at the shortest point, doesn't let a DB undercut him. And then this is what he does. He can make people miss.
Wildcats went 3 and out, opening drive of this second half. But they've got the ball now with a chance to score after the touchdown. Sams keeps it. He fumbles it, and it's recovered in the end zone by West Virginia. That will be a touchback.
Carl Joseph, then Johnny on the spot, forced the fumble. Now he's recovered one. But both these quarterbacks for Kansas State have had their issues holding onto the ball all year long.
8th lost fumble of the season for Kansas State. 2 of them coming here today, both by the quarterbacks. This time it's Daniel Sams who coughs it up. West Virginia leads 9-7 with 11:58 to play in the third quarter. But they dodged a huge bullet here.
Can't say enough about just Nick Kwiatkowski just sticking his arm out there, hoping to grab some ball. You see his right hand there. Just gets enough of the hand of Sams and the ball, and it comes out.
Kwiatkowski, a high school safety, had 11 tackles at Oklahoma. Mentioned earlier that he missed some time this season due to injury, but he is some kind of player for Dana Holgorsen in that defense. Trickett on first down, throws to Kevin White. He's got room across the 30, breaks a tackle at the 40. Now he cuts outside at midfield and into West Virginia territory to the 37-yard line.
I really like this Kevin White kid. We haven't seen a lot of him today, but he is a big guy at 6'3", 208. This is just a little tunnel screen. He takes it right up the middle of the defense. Makes Dante Barnett miss. West Virginia's rolling.
He's a big kid too, 6'3", 208, the junior college transfer with his second catch of the day. And he drops one here. We jinxed him.
We totally jinxed him there.
White, though, such a huge part of the offense a week ago against Texas Tech, had been quiet today. In fact, you and I talking at halftime, they had only targeted him one time in the first 30 minutes, but obviously been a big part of the game plan here in the second half. A gain of 43 on that first down play that took it inside the 40, and now second down and 10 after the drop. That's Sims in motion. The carry for the true freshman Wendell Smallwood. It goes inside the 35 and down to about the 33.
Well, it's been a pretty stout Kansas State defensive line all year against the run game. But I think with the second quarter, as much as West Virginia had the ball, and now here early on, I'm a little bit surprised with the way West Virginia is having their way with this Kansas State defensive line.
On the day, Mountaineers 2 of 8 on third down. Sims, the motion man, on 3rd and 6. Trickett under pressure, throws incomplete. And that wouldn't have been good for a first down anyway. Undershot Cody Clay. Jonathan Truman among those helping out Bill Snyder's defense. 4th and 6.
Nice timely blitz by both linebackers, Blake Slaughter and Jonathan Truman. Offensive line for West Virginia can't pick it up. They get right in Clint Trickett's face, force him to make a bad throw.
This ball going to be spotted at the 40-yard line. Josh Lambert's career long is 45. This will be a 50-yard attempt from the right hash. Plenty of leg, and it is good. He buried it. A new career high for Josh Lambert, who connects from 50 yards. And West Virginia takes the Kansas State turnover. Big play. Kevin White gets it down in enemy territory. And while the drive stalls, Lambert able to put points on the board. 12-7 our score. West Virginia leading Kansas. West Virginia adding to their lead, 12-7. They are on top of Kansas State with 10:40 to play here in the third quarter. You see the wind is blowing hard out of the north, and it aided Josh Lambert, who got a new career high 50-yarder. And if you go back to that first half, all points in this game have been scored by the team that had the wind at their back going to the south end zone, something we should continue to follow. Kansas State will have the ball in the fourth quarter with the wind at their back. Michael Molinari to kick it deep. Lockett going to run this one out of the end zone, 4 yards deep. Bringing it near side, got a little bit of a hole as he goes across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Time for a Lowe's Never Stop Improving game break. Here's Patrick in Los Angeles.
All right, well, we have a situation in Blacksburg. Duke at number 14, Vatek. Anthony Boone hits the edge. He scores. Now, the Hokies have won 12 straight over the Blue Devils, but in the third quarter, Duke leads 13-0. Adam and Chris, back to you.
Well, and Patrick, they have not lost since they went down in the season opener in Atlanta. Number 1 ranked Alabama. Frank Beamer and his team had been playing good. That would be a big upset. Sam's on first down, dumps it over the middle to Sexton. He's open and has got a first down as he takes it out across the 30 to about the 35 or 6-yard line.
Kansas State, I think the story of the game right now, need to just stay patient with the run game. I know Sam's hasn't done a whole lot, but Hubert's had a good day. They need to force the issue a little bit. West Virginia's defense, they're playing 2 safeties deep. They're not even bringing an extra guy into the box for the run game. I just think Kansas State needs to be a little bit more patient with their run game as of right now.
And they've had 2 turnovers today in the red zone. As you saw the safeties playing deep for West Virginia. So problems for K-State have been self-inflicted wounds. Here's Hubert on first down, breaking outside. He's got yardage. Picked up about 8, forced out of bounds. They'll mark him just shy of the 44-yard line. Jared Barber, haven't talked a lot about him today, leading tackler for West Virginia, shoved Hubert to the sideline.
Jared Barber does a good job in the middle of that West Virginia defense. He is around the ball a lot. I honestly thought Brandon Goldson on the edge there got held and got away. The Kansas State offense got away with one.
Option right side. Hubert on the pitch. Hit as he went toward the 45-yard line. Not much doing there. We'll set up a third down and short. Nick Kwiatkowski came over to make the stop.
You're going to see the option play to the right here. Nice little pitch. They take away Sam's, but Kwiatkowski and Carl Joseph and Isaiah Bruce. West Virginia's defense playing physical right now. Got to like that.
K-State came into today's game right at 50%. As far as third down conversions are concerned, 1 of 6 here this afternoon. It looked like Shaq Rowell jumped into the neutral zone, but we'll see if they're...
Offense, number 18, 5-yard penalty, 30 down. Correction, 48.
Gronkowski, the fullback, moving too soon. That's why Rowell jumped, and that changes things. I mean, you got a third down and a couple, and now you go third down and some distance, 3rd and 6 officially. Less options on offense if you're Bill Snyder in this situation.
Less options put Daniel Sams in a heavy passing situation, which is not his strength.
He is 5 for 5 today, 55 yards through the air for Sams. And he will throw it on third down. Swings it to Hubert, who's got plenty of room. The first down and more across midfield and down to the Mountaineer 45-yard line. Sam's today not running the ball, but slinging it quite well. A big third down pickup there.
Doing well there. West Virginia brings some pressure. Somebody's got to peel off and cover the back there. I'm not so sure if it's not 53 Tyler Anderson or one of the defensive ends, but obviously someone unaccounted for in coverage on John Hubert.
Gronkowski to the right of Daniel Sams. He's a good lead blocker, and that's what he'll do here. Sams, though, cuts it back, and nothing doing. Will Clark was there. Kyle Rose helping to make the stop. This defense has done a nice job of hemming in the athletic quarterback for Kansas State that rushed for 199 yards 2 weeks ago against the Baylor Bears.
They are playing well. They're doing a good job of not letting Sams bounce anything outside either, which he does look to do a lot. If I had a critique of his run game, that's what it would be. He does look for the big play, maybe a little too much, but they're keeping him inside. They're playing base defense, West Virginia. They got 7 guys in the box right now, making it hard to run.
Neither team lighting the world on fire in the rushing game, as you saw the stats there, and Sam's gonna go backwards, lose a yard, set up third down 11. Again, it's Will Clark. And when you look at West Virginia, one of the things you like about their defensive matchup with Kansas State and a guy like Sams, so athletic across the board with that front 7.
Yeah, they are athletic. And I think, you know, the addition of having Isaiah Bruce back, and now they got Brandon Golston on the edge too, it makes them tough. It makes them very versatile as a defense.
Third and 11. Sam 6 for 6 for 70 yards through the air. And this an obvious passing situation. Changing the play, he will throw. Pressure coming, Isaiah Bruce putting it on. Great grab by Lockett inside the 35. It's a Kansas State first down.
Well, Daniel Sams throwing the ball great today. Just an unbelievable job by him right here. Isaiah Bruce not blocked, comes right up the middle. Sams does a good job of just making the throw, kind of on the run to his right, makes a nice accurate throw for Tyler Lockett to catch.
Welcome back, Tyler Lockett. Went out early against Oklahoma State, didn't play at all 2 weeks ago against Baylor, but he's been a force this afternoon. Already has a touchdown reception, his second of the year, and a big third down pickup there. Sam's going to run it this time. And again, not much happening, but he carries the pile with him and gets positive yards inside the 30, carrying Jared Barber and others.
Sams does have some strength. 6'2", 207.
I know when you were a quarterback, Chris, running was not your strong suit. But do you sense at all that Sams is getting frustrated with the lack of opportunities on the ground?
I would think he is. He's had such success lately. He's made so many big plays with his legs. He just needs to just keep following it up in the hole. One of these will break.
Here he hands to Hubert, who cuts outside. Trying to get the corner on Banks. He does. Another Kansas State first down as Hubert takes it to the 20.
No, I know I've said it a few times. This is what I would like to see, though. It's more of a base personnel set on offense. 2 backs and a fullback, a tailback, and a tight end. That kind of gives them the number advantage in the run game. I don't like when they try to spread the field and then run it, because then Kansas State's offense is at a disadvantage.
Hubert quietly having a good day. 13 carries, 69 yards for him. The senior from Waco, Texas.
West Virginia's going to bring pressure off the edge here. They'll probably check out of it now, it looks like.
And a flag comes in, delay of game, going to be whistled against Kansas State. Second one of those today. Oh, no,
Kansas State.
The flag did come in, but evidently they got the timeout. Tight ball game, you use a timeout in the third quarter. That's tough to swallow as a coach. 4:50 to play in our third period. West Virginia on top of Kansas State, 12-7. But the Wildcats are driving. We'll see how their drive ends up when we return to
12-7 West Virginia. This is what I mean where I don't like when Kansas State spreads the field and tries to run the ball in West Virginia. They're at the disadvantage in this set. As you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in the box versus 5 offensive linemen and 1 tight end. the run game's not going to work. That's climbing uphill as far as trying to get any success. They are outnumbered in the run game. I like when they go to more of these two-back traditional sets and then run it. Then Kansas State's offense is in the advantage.
Do you like the timeout there to save the play and not give up the penalty?
At this point, they've been struggling with points. I can agree with it. I'm usually not a fan of using timeouts in the second half.
Sam's on first down, a nice carry. Picks up 8 yards inside the 15, down around the 12. Will set up second down and short. Travis Bell came over to tackle him.
Like I was saying, though, I'm not a fan of using timeouts in the second half of the third quarter, but they are struggling, getting points, moving the ball right now. I think that was the right call with the timeout there.
And they will have the wind at their back in the fourth quarter. You get the feeling the way this game has gone, any points put on the board in the third would be a bonus.
2 tight ends in for Kansas State. I would expect to see run.
That's what we get this time with Hubert right up the middle, dancing in the hole. He's got the first down as he goes inside the 10 to the 8. First down and goal. Carl Joseph tackling Hubert up the middle.
But that's my point. That's why I like it, Adam. There you see the 2 tight ends set. Now it's 7-on-7. Kansas State offense is not outnumbered in the run game. They got everybody accounted for, and now you just let your good running back and John Hubert find the hole.
A couple of weeks ago, it was Sams that got it done on the ground. Today, Hubert has been the catalyst for Kansas State. 14 carries, 73 yards. Sams gonna run on first and goal, bringing it near side, cuts in behind Gronkowski. He might have gotten a yard, but again, that West Virginia defense responding really well when Sams keeps the ball. Brandon Golson tackled him. Under 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Last time Kansas State was in this area of the field, Sams was hit by Kwiatkowski, fumbled into the end zone, and West Virginia turned it into points. Play clock under 10. Sams running left, cuts back up the middle. Kyle Rose grabbed him for little or no gain. He may have even lost a half a yard. And now it's third and goal from the 9-yard line.
Well, that goes back to my point. That's why I don't like it. You can see there's more in the screen here than you're going to see here, but there's about 8 guys very close to the line of scrimmage. They have no chance of success in the running game.
Hubert is back in on third down and goal. Kansas State trailing at 12-7. A touchdown would give them the lead back here. Lockett and Thompson split wide to the right, top of your screen. Here's Sams to throw it. Looking in zone. Got him in, and it is caught. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett is second of the day.
Well, Daniel Sams is showing that he is a worthy pocket passer. Kudos to him. Made some real good plays in the pocket today. I thought he had John Hubert in the flat all along, but does a good job just waiting for Tyler Lockett in the back of the end zone.
Sams today, 8 for 8, 93 yards through the air. Extra point by Cantelli is up and good. For Sams, it's his third touchdown pass of the season. And Lockett has now got his third touchdown catch of the year. He caught one earlier from Jake Waters. That one covered 35. This one on a third and goal from the 9. Clutch catch by Lockett, who's got the Kansas State Wildcats back on top. The sellout homecoming crowd was something to cheer about once again. A 9-yard pitch and catch from Sams to Lockett. As K-State back on top, Lockett's been great today.
Lockett really has been great. Down the field threat, catches some intermediate balls, makes a tough catch, takes a hit there. Here's the touchdown in the back of the end zone. Good throw, good catch in traffic again. And he's had a few other catches that were shorter and made some people miss. 72 yards, 2 touchdowns on the day. They're a different offense when he's healthy and in the game.
He hasn't had a touchdown catch since the season opener. 2 of them here today. It's going to be a bit of a short kick into the wind. Sims hauls it in on the far sideline, running near side across the 20, and run out of bounds by Sexton at the 23. Time now for our Nissan Heisman watch. Who you got this week, big boy?
Well, I'm buckling under the pressure. I can't make any more arguments for running backs, anything like that. These are the big three. It's obvious, I think, to everybody who watches college football. I will say this, though. The best player in college football, in my opinion, is still Johnny Manziel. He does a great job throwing the ball, running the ball. He's played some tough teams. He would be my pick, but that's just not the way it is sometimes in college football. With 2 losses, I don't know if anybody will vote for him anymore.
He was banged up, played today through the pain. Put up big numbers again. Here's Trickett. Batted down at the line of scrimmage, Ryan Mueller. When you need a big play, call on him. He's delivered again this afternoon.
Kind of changed the momentum for this defense on the first drive with the sack fumble. They're going to try to cut Ryan Mueller right here. And he does a good job of just being an athlete, staying on his feet, reading the cornerback, knocking the ball down.
Yeah, that was Curtis Fight, the right tackle, that went out to try and cut him. He spent a little extra time on the turf. He's up now. But let's not forget, Pat Egger, their starting center, went out of the game earlier. 2nd down and 10. Smallwood goes in motion. Give up the middle this time. Some running room for Dreamus Smith, who is leveled by Ryan Mueller. What a hit.
What a hit is right. Good job by Dreamus Smith holding on to the ball. But man, Ryan Mueller making his presence known here in the second half.
Welcome to Manhattan. 3rd down and a couple as Mueller tries to fire up this homecoming crowd. K-State got the touchdown. They retook the lead. And with 90 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter, big opportunity for the defense. West Virginia, 2 of 9 on 3rd down. Trickett gonna throw it. Downfield, DeKeel Shorts is open. 1st down at midfield for West Virginia. He beat Randall Evans.
Really nice throw by Clint Trickett. You're going to see DeKeel Shorts in the slot here. He's just going to run a corner route. They're running post corner. Randall Evans is playing inside leverage. Really hard for him to cover that route with that defensive scheme.
Adam Pankey now in at the right tackle position. Curtis Fight went out after going down a couple of plays ago. They come right back to Shorts. The true freshman has got it. A pickup of about 6 as he goes inside the 45. They'll mark it at the 43. Shorts, a career high last week, had 8 catches for 67 yards. Excuse me, last week he had a career high 9 catches for 78 yards against Texas Tech. A true freshman really that has not played great on the road this year, but here we are, big moments in the second half, and he's showing what he's capable of.
Yeah, they're very impressed by him. He has had a few freshman moments, but still a good player. West Virginia in a heavy run set right here.
Hand it to Smith. He's hit in the backfield and pulled down. Trey Walker got there before Smith could get running downhill. Seen a lot of Smallwood today. He's a kick returner playing running back. Talk about DeKeel Shorts. They were high school teammates. Didn't get to play their full season a year ago because their high school team didn't get accredited, had a lot of forfeits. Enrolled at West Virginia in January, and the coaching staff very excited about him. 3rd and 5. Crowd on their feet. Here's Trickett, incomplete, trying to get it to Cody Clay inside the 40. And that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're going to the 4th in Manhattan. Kansas State leading West Virginia 14-12. Crisp fall afternoon in Manhattan, Kansas. The kind of day college football was made for, and we have got a good one. Start of the 4th quarter. 14-12, Kansas State leading on homecoming. Defense just forced a punt. Nick O'Toole to kick it away for the Mountaineers. Boots this one from the 45-yard line. Lockett gonna pull it in at the 15. Across the 20 and drugged down. And that may have been a touchdown-saving tackle by Isaiah Bruce because they had the wall set up.
They had the wall. It didn't look like the punt was supposed to be punted to the left there. And if Isaiah Bruce doesn't make that tackle, I think Thompson might take it to the house. Or Lockett, I'm sorry. But you see him here. There is nothing in front of him. Good tackle by Isaiah Bruce.
This return game for Kansas State is so dangerous. Sam's in at quarterback. First possession of the fourth quarter for Kansas State. They're going to run the ball with Hubert. He gets a couple of yards. Nick Kwiatkowski met him in the hole and picked him up like he wanted to body slam him. He let him down easily after the whistles blew. Well, I would expect you got a 14-12 lead. Things going your way, a large dose of the running game here in this fourth quarter, you think?
That's what you would think. But, Kansas State, they've proven me wrong today. Daniel Sams especially. It hasn't been his legs that have been the story. It's been his arm up to this point.
He hasn't missed yet. 8 for 8 through the air. Just threw that touchdown pass to Lockett. Like you want to pass here, pulls it down, and he's hit as he does so. Will Clark hit him right at the line of scrimmage. I'll tell you, Clark has really been a big force on that defensive side for the Mountaineers today.
Yeah, really, I look at that play right there as the run-pass option. But as you see, as the play goes here, Daniel Sims, you got the edge on the run game. Just take it up in there. Don't be indecisive. If you're not comfortable with the pass, tuck it in there, make the run. But there he really gives you nothing. He looks the pass, he looks the run, he looks the pass. Now it's 3rd and long.
And with a 3rd and 8, Jake Waters, who is the primary thrower in at quarterback for Kansas State. He's got time. Over the middle, he's got a man. Sexton caught. First down in West Virginia territory. He got it at the 45 in front of the safety, Carl Joseph.
Well, that's where you're susceptible when you play a 2-safety defense like West Virginia was there. Right down the middle of the field. Sexton's in the slot. He essentially just runs a post route right down the middle. And Jake Waters just does a good job waiting for it to come open. And Sexton makes a nice grab and taking the hit. Carl Joseph.
Give a call to Rooks, Taylor, Finney, Whitehair, and Lucas, the offensive linemen that really gave Waters some time there.
Big run set here for Kansas State.
Sam's back in with a couple of fullbacks set right. He's going to run it that way, and this time he's got some room. Inside the 40 to the 39, pickup of 5. Kyle Rose ran him down.
If you're going to run it and you're Kansas State, that's what I like right there. They cannot be outnumbered in the run game. 2 tight ends, a fullback, and you let Daniel Sams run the ball. Really puts West Virginia's defense in a bind. Same set here again.
How conscious are you of the clock in this situation? You thinking about working some clock here?
No, not yet. I don't think so. But just letting the run game take its place and being patient with that will work the clock in itself.
He lost a little yardage there. Carl Joseph again stepping up to make the play. Joseph came into the game with 29 tackles. 5'10", 200-pound sophomore out of Orlando. And again, Waters in on 3rd down.
Sorry, Adam, but just be careful here. If you're Kansas State, you move field position. You got a 2-point lead. Don't take any risks on 3rd and 6.
The 5 of 10. Been better here in the second half on 3rd down as Kansas State. Waters under pressure, going to run. He's got room. He's got the first down and more. Diving to the West Virginia 30. So how about this turn of events? Sam's beating him through the air. Waters made him pay with his legs on a big 3rd down.
Yeah, really funny, but I like the play by Jake Waters. There's really nothing there. Open downfield, not worth forcing it. Like I was saying, pull it down, get the first down, keep the chains going, keep the clock going.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Keep the clock rolling. Closing on 11 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Kansas State leading 14-12. This drive is consumed over 3 minutes. Waters stays in. He's going to throw. He's got a man. It is a touchdown. Tremaine Thompson, give him 6. Second touchdown pass of the day for Jake Waters, and the first one to greet him coming to the sideline, Daniel Sams. That's fun to see.
Yeah, that is cool to see. Two guys rooting for each other. All starts with the offensive line there, in my opinion. Had plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let the play develop downfield.
Cantelli, extra point. It's up and good. Nice drive by Kansas State. They increase their lead to 21-12. Tremaine Thompson caught a touchdown pass in the opener. Hadn't been in the end zone through the air since until today. His 7th career touchdown. The second of the day for Jake Waters. And the Wildcats add some cushion.
(21-12) K-State. Love this play here. Here you're going to see the outside receiver run a hitch route. Tremaine Thompson's going to make a little move to the corner and then post. Really puts safety Carl Joseph in a tough position. A great route by Tremaine Thompson and an equally great throw by Jake Waters.
How about this coming into today? Kansas State had 7 touchdowns through the air, 3 this afternoon. Passing game has been good to the Wildcats. Cantelli kicks it off. Short kick, Smallwood going to bring it into the 5. The true freshman coming near side across the 20, stays inbounds and goes across the 40-yard line, but a flag on the play. This one likely will come back a bit. It was a 37-yard return, but here's the call.
During the return of the kick, holding, receiving team, number 42, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's a tough break. They needed something good to happen. Would have given them great field position.
Yeah, you'll see it right here. Right there, that was it. Sorry about that late circle there. But definitely holding. Good call by the referees. Garrett Hope, number 42 on the hold there. But that is big, Adam. Like you said, you know, Kansas State clearly has the momentum right now. If you're West Virginia, you're hoping to get the ball in good field position after the good return, and now here you are on your own 17-yard line.
Not a fun situation for Clint Trickett. Got Sims behind him and gives it to him. Charles cuts it outside. He's got positive yards to the 25 and near the 30 before he's pushed out of bounds. Picked up 11 on first down.
Big Charles Sims, he's 6'2", 213, but he's got sweet feet. Hard for any linebacker there. You saw Blake Slaughter gonna kind of get shook by him. Not easy in space to tackle a guy like Charles Sims.
Time not a big factor right now, over 11 minutes to play, all 3 timeouts, but it is a 2-score game as Trickett rips it over the middle. Dakeil Shorts hauls it in. It's close to the mark. They spotted at the 39. Ty Zimmerman brought him down.
No time to panic. They can still run it. 10.5 minutes left. West Virginia defense has played well today.
They did give him the first down. Ball spotted at the 39. Here's Sims. Gets about 3. Takes it out to the 44-yard line. Shaquille Reed hauled him down. I like that Dana Holgorsen staying patient here, mixing the run and the pass. He realizes there is plenty of time. Also shows the confidence he has in the defense. Trickett over the middle, tipped it incomplete. Zimmerman nearly intercepted it as he tried to find Jordan Thompson. Trickett just a bit off the mark, and that would have been a huge turnover.
But going into your point, like you said, you like how Holgorsen's staying patient. It opens up the play-action pass game there. There you see wide open receiver Jordan Thompson, open because of the play-action fake and West Virginia's ability to stay patient with the run game.
Now that was Slaughter, the linebacker, defending Thompson, the right wide receiver. You'll take that matchup all day if you're West Virginia. 3rd down and 5. Mountaineers 3 of 11 on the day. Here comes pressure. Trickett gonna run. He's got plenty of space. Across midfield, lost the ball and recovered. It looked like West Virginia was close to getting there, but then Kansas State converged. Quentin Spain dove for it, but it's gonna be Wildcat football.
That's our man Ty Zimmerman. Got the hand in there, knocked the ball out of Clint Trickett's hand.
Here's the replay. And he went for the ball, too. That was not by mistake. There you see Spain diving in, trying to recover. But the big fella just couldn't hang on. And the Wildcats, Johnny on the spot, forcing a huge turnover here in the fourth. And that takes me back to your keys to the game. Got to be consistent. Got to play with confidence. Got to finish. Both these teams have struggled in that category in the last few weeks. K-State, fourth quarter touchdown, and now they force the turnover.
You're right. K-State, they got a chance to prove what they've been working on, and that's finishing fourth quarters. They're in a very good position to do that. And then, yes, the West Virginia offense, consistency, it's been inconsistent. First quarter was not so good. Second and third has been pretty good, but here we are in the fourth quarter getting off track a little bit again.
Through the air, it's Waters to Lockett. He's got positive yardage to midfield. Carl Joseph came up to make the tackle.
The other interesting thing to me, 4 fumbles by quarterbacks today. You know, quarterbacks, one thing I think people forget, they don't get hit all week in practice, so they're not used to taking that contact when they have the ball in their hand. Then they get out here on Saturday, they get hit, and they can be a little careless with the ball.
What's heartbreaking for Dana Holgerson and West Virginia fans, the fact that Trickett had picked up enough yardage to gain the first down on a big 3rd and 5. Here's Waters throwing left. Lockett again gets a block. He's got the first down as he goes inside the 40. How unselfish is that play? You get Tremaine Thompson, who just caught the touchdown pass, making the block for his running mate.
Yeah, Tremaine Thompson. These guys, they're unselfish players. Like you said, they're football players first. They're into winning, the ultimate team guys. And I like these pass plays by Kansas State. Very high percentage. Just get some of your athletes the ball fast and see if they can make some people miss in the open field.
2-possession game in the fourth quarter, and they're throwing it. And this time they've got another one open. Thompson gets delivered this time. Another first down as he runs it inside the 30.
They're throwing it, but they're really just glorified run plays. This is the way it is in college football this day and age. This is kind of taking the place of some of your sweeps or outside runs that you used to see in the old days. Now teams just say, hey, let's just throw it out there to one of our fast guys and see if he can get some yards for us.
Bill Snyder went 3 receivers right. Sexton and Lockett both blocking downfield for Thompson.
Now they're back to 2 tight end set. Usually a run set today.
Keep an eye on the clock. Down toward 8 minutes. Here's Hubert carrying the ball. He picks up positive yardage inside the 25 as we go to Los Angeles for a game break.
Okay, guys, thanks very much. Texas Tech, Oklahoma, Blake Bell over the top. Jalen Saunders, 76 yards, 14-7 Sooners at the half. Well, that Oklahoma defense stingy so far in Norman. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Patrick. A good one here in the Big 12 as well. Kansas State trying to put a bow on their first conference win of the year. They lead in the fourth. This pass to the end zone. Touchdown, Tyler Lockett. He's got the hat trick. How good has he been today? Go back to that Texas game a few weeks ago. He had 237 yards receiving. Today, though, he's gotten the end zone 3 times. Special day for number 16. Cantelli, extra point, good. And the Wildcats starting to pull away, 28-12. They lead it with 7:31 to play. Jake Waters to Tyler Lockett. They've hooked up again. A career-high 3-touchdown day for the junior receiver. (28-12). Jake Waters and Kansas State leading over West Virginia. You see the numbers here, 3 touchdown receptions for Tyler Lockett. That's a new career high for a game.
Lockett, it's pretty simple right there. Just one-on-one matchup. He beats him with speed, and even better yet, it's an unstoppable throw. Good defense, can't stop the perfect throw. Travis Bell, number 26 for West Virginia, not in bad position, but Waters does a good job of putting it in the back corner of that end zone, and and Lockett makes a nice grab for 6.
Lockett's father, Kevin, the all-time leading receiver here. Uncle Aaron, top 5 as well. Lockett having a great day, making him proud. There's Smallwood on the return. Big hit as he ran across the 20. Down at the 24-yard line. Visit ADT.com/sports to enter for a chance to win an ADT security and home automation system. It's ADT.com/sports. 7:25 to play. 28-12. Kansas State leading over West Virginia. It is still a 2-possession game. And in at quarterback, Paul Millard. First time we've seen him today. He won the battle out of camp, started the season opener against William and Mary, and his first pass of the afternoon going to be incomplete. Trying to find Sims rather, over on the far side.
Holding. Offense. Number 79. 10-yard penalty. First down.
How tough is this on Millard coming in deep in the fourth quarter and trailing by 2 scores?
Really tough here for Millard. I don't understand the decision by Dana Holgorsen. Clint Trickett's played well. Yeah, he fumbled. I understand that, but he's done a lot of good things today. Moved this offense up and down the field at times. I think this really puts your team at a disadvantage from still trying to win this game in a 2-score game.
And with a penalty, they're behind the chains, 1st and 20. Millard completes the pass near side to Ronald Carswell. Kip Daly right there, keeping him in front of him, makes the tackle. Carswell a little slow to get up, but appears to be okay. Had the big grab back in the first half that set up a field goal. Gain 4, 2nd down and 16. Mountaineers trying to play quick. Down by 16 points, under 7 minutes to play. Thompson in motion, trying to set up the screen to Sims. They do. What a catch. He makes a man miss and goes across the 20 out to the 23-yard line. What an asset he is for any quarterback. Blake Slaughter and Dorian Roberts pulled it down.
What a catch is right. Kansas State, they're all over this screen. They know it's coming. They're there. I thought it was a dangerous throw, but Sims makes a nice little one-handed grab and at least gets them some yards to put them in 3rd and 11.
West Virginia 4 of 12 on 3rd down today. This is 3rd and 11. Millard over the middle, incomplete. Zimmerman there to break it up, and a late flag. Da'Keil Shorts was the intended receiver.
Clearly pass interference by Ty Zimmerman. Got there a good amount of time before the ball was delivered to Da'Keil Shorts.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 12. Penalty enforced at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Easy call. You'll see Zimmerman at the top of your screen there. The replay doesn't even do it justice all the way. He clearly hits him before the ball gets there.
He got the ball, but he got Shorts first.
Right.
Sets up first down, the 36. Here's Millard. Over the middle. Vernon Davis dropped. Would have had it at midfield.
Yeah, dropped. A little bit behind. But those are the things that are going to happen when you have a quarterback that's been sitting on the bench for the last 3.5 quarters, and now he comes in. Hard to ask Paul Millard to be hitting on all cylinders when he's been on the sidelines holding the clipboard.
Smith, the motion man. Millard again over the middle. This time it is caught. Jordan Thompson makes the grab into Wildcat territory. Another West Virginia first down. Clock will stop to move the chains, and then it will roll again. It's rolling now, under 6 minutes to play. West Virginia needs 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. Millard swinging it right side to Kevin White, who's hit and dropped to Dante Barnett there to create some separation between the receiver and the football.
If there's one thing I could say maybe why you go with Paul Millard here, maybe Dana Holgorsen feels more comfortable with Millard and his experience in the offense. He knows some of the checks and things that they want to do. I know they have talked about that, and that being somewhat of a weak point for Clint Trickett in his first year in the offense. So maybe that's what it is, but I'm not really sure why they made the change.
Drop ball on 2nd down and 10. Carswell was open and had a little bit of room. And the one thing they did talk to us about this week, discussing the West Virginia coaching staff, is the one reason we hadn't seen Trickett more consistently early in the year is because of communication. You know, down by 16 points late in the fourth, you're in a 2-minute offense,
right,
so to speak.
You're right about that, but they also told us that Clint Trickett wouldn't be on a short leash, so I'm just not really sure what the thought process is. You've seen some drops, too. Receivers got to get used to a different ball. They've seen one pace the whole game, and now they're seeing something else.
3rd and 10, and again, it's Jordan Thompson who has the grab, another first down. He has played a huge role today. Blake Slaughter and Kip Daly pull him down, but not before he takes it down to the Kansas State 36-yard line.
Really aggressive play there by Jordan Thompson. A small guy, but just a good job by putting his foot in the ground and putting his head down and going to get that first down.
5'7", 168 going over the middle. Here's Millard. Batted at the line of scrimmage, and it is picked off. No, incomplete. Jonathan Truman made a diving effort, but the official says he couldn't hang on. The fans seeing the replay on the big board think it should have been an interception, but that one slipped right through his arms. He tried to disguise it, but could not. Nice call by the official, 2nd and 10. Millard throwing right. Can't get it to McCartney. Dorian Roberts with good coverage. Kansas State has done a good job in this situation defensively of keeping those big threat receivers in front of them.
They have. They've done that all day, except for maybe the deep post we saw earlier in the game. The other thing I'd like to bring up, hard right here, 4th quarter, running the 2-minute drill. And as you pointed out earlier in the half, they're going into the wind right now. So not easy to make some of those farther outside throws that you just saw Paul Millard make.
West Virginia's picked up back-to-back 3rd downs. Here's 3rd and 10. Going for the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for McCartney right down the middle. 4th down and 10. Zimmerman among those back there in coverage. And this is pretty much the game. 5:01 to play. You obviously have to go for it if you're West Virginia, trailing by 16. And if you don't pick it up here, K-State can go to work on the clock. On the season, West Virginia 4 of 13 on 3rd down. Millard, all kinds of pressure, nobody home, incomplete. That was Mike Moore that put the rush on, forced the quick throw. The K-State defense going to get off the field. The Wildcats trailing at halftime 9-7, but they have rallied here in the second half, and they've got a 28-12 lead with just under 5 minutes to play in Manhattan, Kansas. Starting to smell a victory in Manhattan. It's homecoming, and the Wildcats lead West Virginia 28-12.
Well, I like here, Kansas State, you're going to see corner Kip Daly. He's going to cheat in and come in on the safety blitz. That means the safety back here, he's not in the screen. He's cheating over the top. But the thing I like about this defensive call, you force the hand of West Virginia. Make the quarterback get the ball out of his hand on a 4th and long. Doesn't give him a chance to sit in the pocket and let some of the down-the-field routes develop.
16-point lead for the Wildcats. 4:56 to play. West Virginia does have 3 timeouts. Waters at quarterback. Hubert at running back. He carries it left side. Might have gotten a yard. Rowell and Kwiatkowski stopped him.
I think we'll see a heavy dose of run, of course. Sam's coming in the game now. Might see a few carries with him between the tackles.
And he's been a great passer today, not as good on the ground. The catalyst with his feet has been Hubert. 17 carries, 80 yards. Here it's going to be Sams drifting left, tucks in behind the offensive line and goes out to the 39. Clock continues to roll as we go under 4 minutes to play here in Manhattan.
The big coaching point here for the Kansas State offense, take care of the ball. That's all there is to it. You're in a 4-minute situation, so you're going to let the play clock bleed down to under 5 seconds with every snap, and then have 2 hands on the ball every time you touch it.
Think about putting in the air here. 3rd and 6. Waters is in.
I certainly wouldn't. Up 16, I would run it and just let the clock run down.
K-State 6 of 11 on 3rd down. They are going to throw. And Sexton has the grab. Dangerous pass in front of the linebacker, Isaiah Bruce, but it's good for a 1st down.
Well, that was a dangerous pass. You said it. Great throw by Waters. I mean, you see here, Isaiah Bruce, he has a chance to undercut it, just misses it. That was very risky, but maybe this is what Dan Snyder wanted to do when he talks about finishing.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I would have had some anxiety as a K-State fan on that play, throwing an out route that could have been picked off with a lot of green. Waters completes it, though, 1st down. He's got a man here again, and once more, it is Sexton who spins free and takes it to the 20-yard line.
Wow.
I cannot figure out Kansas State today. We thought it would be a huge dose on the ground. Sexton says he wasn't down. They had stopped his forward progress. Crowd agrees with him. But they have come out throwing in the 4th quarter with a lead. It's been pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, we've been off track with what we thought they're going to do all day. Here's this run-pass option. He's reading the defense, and if they don't cover the receiver, then he throws it. It's a nice little play. I know I called Bill Snyder Dan Snyder a minute ago, but Bill Snyder just keeping the West Virginia defense off balance here really the whole 2nd half.
See the numbers for Curry Sexton. 6 catches, 108 yards. He's played a big role today. Fake handoff. Waters keeps it running right. Down inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. Darwin Cook made the tackle.
Well, they're trying to finish it. It doesn't look like West Virginia is even going to use their timeouts at this point.
Saw Darian Howard come through the line of scrimmage, thought he really had something when he went after Hubert, and realized after he spun him around he didn't have the ball. First and goal, Wildcats. Waters lines up. That's Gronkowski, the fullback, leading the way. Waters may have lost a little there, half a yard. We go under 2 minutes to play. Shaq Rao, the 5th-year senior, made the tackle.
Well, I think getting back to the storylines of the game, you know, Kansas State, here you are, you're seeing what they talked about all week. They want to finish 4th quarters. They're doing that. And then you go to West Virginia, offense looked good, but still inconsistent in the 2nd half. So they still have things to work on. The one thing I like about West Virginia, though, the defense did play tough today. They really did. They were stout against the run game. Gotten a little out of hand here in the 2nd half with just some good plays by Kansas State.
2nd down and goal as we close on a minute to play. Hubert gets the carry going left. Bounces it outside, stays inbounds. Actually push him out of bounds, but he was whistled down inbounds, and that means the clock continues to roll under a minute. So this is a team in Kansas State that hadn't won this season in Big 12 play, but consider who they had gone against. On the road at Texas, at Oklahoma State, here against Baylor a couple of weeks ago. Not bad losses by any stretch of the imagination. Now you get a win, you're 3-4, 1-3 in league play, and next week Iowa State comes here, a team that is reeling. Opportunity for Bill Snyder and his group to put some momentum on the board late in the campaign.
Definitely got some opportunity to get some momentum, like you said. And, you know, I want to get back.
Here's Hubert left side, getting in for the touchdown. That ices the cake on homecoming. First touchdown on the ground for the Wildcats this afternoon. Hubert has had a great day for Kansas State. And here he gets into the end zone on the ground for the 23rd time in his career. He's 8th on the all-time list.
Hubert was impressive today. Very patient running through the holes, ran hard, got very good vision, and runs with power for a smaller back.
Cantelli's been great today. He continues the success. The point after up and good. 3rd 35-12. Wildcats not just winning, they're pulling away on homecoming. John Hubert, the most recent to find his way into the end zone. You see it all in college football games. This fan perhaps lost a bet. West Virginia going to fall on the road today. 35-12. K-State leads our four-game summary right here.
Well, you see Clint Trickett, he played a solid game. Daniel Sams, the story of the game is Kansas State in their pass game, which I never thought I would be saying at the end of this fourth quarter. But Kansas State quarterbacks combined 18 for 21 today. Really an impressive show by them. And Jake Waters running the ball with success as well.
And the difference maker today, without a doubt, Tyler Lockett. He is our Right Stuff Player of the Game, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Tyler Lockett was awesome. He caught short passes, made plays after the catch, caught deep passes, caught passes in traffic. I know this Kansas State team altogether, they're just excited to have him back. He makes them a lot harder to defend.
Kansas State going to move to 3-4 on the season, 1-3 in league play.
You know, I don't understand why Paul Millard came in the game for Clint Trickett, but Dana Holgerson, he's had a lot of success as an offensive coordinator and as a head coach. He knows his team better than me, and I know that, but I am a little confused by that decision.
West Virginia, as you see Clint Trickett on the sidelines, going to go to 3-5 on the season. They'll be 1-4 in Big 12 conference play. Next up for the Mountaineers, on the road at TCU. That's in 2 weeks' time. Here's Millard running left. He's going to get out of bounds. We'll have one more play. And speaking of TCU, coming up later on this evening on Fox Sports 1, the Texas Longhorns trying to stay undefeated as they go to Fort Worth to take on TCU. And then later tonight, matchup in the Pac-12, Cal and Washington.
I'm excited to see that Longhorn game. They say TCU, they say Casey Paul Hall, quarterback's going to be back. I think it could be interesting.
Good matchup. Final play of the game. Millard throws it, intercepted, picked off by Dorian Roberts. And that's how the game will come to a close in Manhattan. 35-12, Kansas State a winner over West Virginia. Our producer is Kevin Patterson. Our director, Phil Malika. Russell Winwick, our statistician. David Salati, spotting today. See the two coaches discussing things at midfield. A good day for Bill Snyder. They deliver in front of the homecoming crowd. K-State fell behind 9-7 at halftime, but the Wildcats rallied. 4 touchdowns in the second half. And K-State wins it 35-12 over West Virginia. After the break, we're going to the studio in Los Angeles. For Chris Sims, I'm Adam Alexander. So long and good day from Manhattan, Kansas.